What's going on, folks, and welcome to another episode of Damage Control, an Avengers podcast. We are your hosts, Jkun Prime, and then to my left, or your right, Omega Wing Zero, a fellow Avenger, leader of the Cheesecake Avengers, and you can catch us both at twitch.tv/Jkun Prime and twitch.tv/Omega Wing Zero. How you doing, Zero?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been busy. Work has been dragging me, but I've made time to play some stuff. I've even checked out Avengers content recently, and I got that little thank you package from Crystal Dynamik, so thank you again for that, guys. I know you guys are working like round the clock to try to get this game perfect, but you know what? I see you. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff later on, because I know some stuff that I really want to get off my chest. Good stuff, but nonetheless, yeah.
And as always, we try and get this to you at least once a month. Both of us on our respective channels do kind of cover some Avengers news as it comes down the pipeline. We don't like to tinfoil hat things and do videos every single day because, frankly, just right now in the current state of the game, there's not enough content to go around other than speculation, and neither one of us really like covering that type of stuff. We like the cold, hard facts. So, with that being said, if you are just tuning in, welcome. We hope you enjoy your stay. And if you're still playing Avengers and just kind of want to know what's going on, we got you covered. First off in the game, as he mentioned, there is a big thank you package waiting for you in the game the next time you log in until November 5th to just say thank you for continuing support of Avengers and all that different type of stuff. And it is in the form of in-game, regular, and premium currency. 1,500 credits, which is your premium currency, which is enough for a couple costumes, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. 700 units, which is the in-game currency that you can use for emotes, title cards, extra costumes that are not part of the premium package. And that's actually a good amount of units there. Like, you can actually get quite a few things with that. 250 upgrade modules that you can use to purchase resources to upgrade gear, or if you're in that high level grind trying to get to 150, those upgrade modules are going to be very, very useful, because to get a single piece of gear up to 140 takes about 60 upgrade modules. So that extra 250 is going to come in handy very, very fast. And then last but definitely not least, 20 DNA keys that are used to open secret chests throughout the war zones on the Avengers map. Now, why I said 1,500 credits is quite a bit, here's why. For the next 2 days until the end of October, everything in the Avengers Premium Shop is 50% off. And reset day is literally just 24 hours away, so check out the store today, and then around 1 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, go check out the store again. There will be some more new stuff there for you. So, that's everything going on as far as, like, shopping, window browsing, and such in the game. And then on top of that, update 1.3.4 just got released a couple days ago, and we're going to go over those patch notes right now. This is available for PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Stadia, so no matter what platform you play on, the patch is live and ready for you to play.
Even on Stadia.
What's that?
Even on Stadia.
Yep,
even though I'm like,
poor Stadia. Alright, so the Reassemble campaign in Avengers Initiative, multiple crash issues have been resolved. Fixed an issue where players would sometime go out into the world in condition green. That actually happened to me a couple times. And fixed a rare issue with Abomination becoming unresponsive in the Gathering of Evil mission. Now, I think you encountered that, but yes. I didn't.
Yeah, I just sat there. He was a literal punching bag, and I said, screw it. Okay, I'm just going to get a free kill.
Free win.
Just gonna sit there. Yeah, why not?
Moving on to multiplayer and matchmaking, various matchmaking and invite improvements. I can personally attest to this. Matchmaking has been a lot better as of late. Remove the power level difference indicator during matchmaking to remove confusion regarding mission power. and prepare for improvements to power display. So there was a lot of misconceptions. Like I would go in with a 140 character and then somebody below me would be under 100, and the person under 100 was fighting 140 characters, but we're still smacking them around like they were super duper easy. So like there was no differential between the two. Now you'll be able to tell the difference. Rare issue resolved where using quick matches any hero would break up an existing strike team. So this is no longer an issue. If you're playing Iron Man and somebody comes into the team and they have Iron Man selected, it's not going to immediately dump the team now. Fixed an instance with the HUD indicator not showing that an enemy is attempting to hack a terminal in the Tachyon Rift missions. We'll tackle Tachyon missions in a minute. Made Tachyon orbs easier to see when indoors. There wasn't an issue with that to begin with. Fixed an issue in Tachyon Rift where players would not be reloaded to the proper location when reloading the checkpoint. I've only played Tachyon missions once, so I can't comment. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk about the Tachyon missions now. This mission sucked.
Oh my God, yes!
This mission was absolute garbage. You had us play the same mission over again. You made it harder. We constantly lose life the entire mission. And then on top of that, you put us on a 2-minute and 20-second time limit. What is this shit?
Like, if I want to speedrun a mission, I can play some other game, man. Not this.
Yeah.
Not this.
Like, the Tachyon mission, like, if you're playing with a full party, it doesn't become a gigantic issue. But 1 or 2 people in the entire mission are regulated to finding Tachyon Rifts, and that's it. Leaving the other 2 team members to literally deal with everything else. This is not fun. This is not my idea of a good time. Crystal Dynamics, what were you thinking with this? Like, I'm sure your intentions were great, but this is the equivalent of making it to the end zone and then you trip on your shoelace at the 1-yard line. Like, what is this?
Man, I was definitely expecting a little bit better on this Tachyon stuff, but I mean, hey, I don't know. I gave it a shot. Somebody told me, like, hey, you should go back and play. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'll go back and play it real quick and see what's up with it. And I'm playing, and I'm like, okay, so you're telling me I got to speed run a mission. I can't really do what I want to do as Hulk, which is throw people around and use them as drumsticks. So, okay, cool. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, imagine going into a mission where, hey, there's free loot over here. There's a premium enemy over here that you could kill for more loot. There's a shield vault over there for more loot. But you're on a time limit. Ignore them and go.
Right. Like, man, like, just Gomer instincts kicked in. I want to go get stuff, and I can't because I'm on a time limit. Like, okay, sure. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I hope they take this, like, criticism to heart, and moving forward, they do something with the Tachyon missions that is, like, a little more... Like, when you mention Tachyon missions, like, we're dealing with time rifts and all this different type of stuff, like, wouldn't it make more sense as you're traversing through a level, the level just kind of changes because time jumped forward, or enemies start popping up out of nowhere where they would normally not show up. Like, say, you're spelunking around in the shield vault, and then poof, there's an elite enemy there that wasn't there before. Like, people popping in and out of time, the environment changing because of time changing. That sounds like more fun, not get to the end before 2 minutes and 20 seconds is up. Like, go. Yeah. Ignore that shit over there, just go. It's like, no, what are you doing?
Like, this is like one of those rare moments where I'm like, okay, look, before you guys were just throwing enemies at us and they were stronger, of course, and we didn't need that to happen in a normal mission, but this is not normal circumstances. We're dealing with time rifts. Mm-hmm. I'll accept it then, you know? Like, this is the time where you can let something like that rock, and I don't get upset because I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll deal with it, you know, because I have a maxed out Hulk. I mean, how hard could it be? Like, God. Yeah. But, you know, like, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to bash CD at all. I'm just saying, look, you guys got a good concept. It's just delivery was poor. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, we're not expecting everything to be a home run, but when something is bad, I'd have understood if you held this back.
Mm-hmm.
instead of Kate Bishop. Like, you should have just gave us Kate Bishop instead of this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The minute I got done with the Tachyon Rift mission, I was like, okay, I would rather have Kate right now than deal with this. Because, I mean, it's a good concept. It's just, I need them to maybe pull this away and, I don't know, maybe kind of do some tweaks here
Yeah.
and there. Because, I mean, I don't like the idea of having to speed run a level. I mean, if I'm going to speed run a level, I mean, hell, I'll put on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or, something along those lines. But I want to be a superhero. I want to be a superhero on a time limit.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the big like draws to this game is that the mission maps are very, very large. They're very expansive. They promote going around and exploring instead of just beelining to the objective, because you may find that enemy that has that epic gear that you're looking for, or you may find that shield vault that has those 2 extra walls that have shield chests in them that you can put those DNA keys to use. Like, when you eliminate the big thing that makes the maps so great, then what's the point of us even doing it? Because, like, the whole point is to go explore around before you go do whatever. That's why missions, like, on paper should only take about 20 minutes, but they wind up taking like 45 minutes to an hour because you're like, hey, what's over there? So when you remove that, I feel like you remove a lot of the fun. But going back to the patch notes, moving on to combat, improved off-screen projectile attack indicators. Thank you so much for this. I am tired of getting shot in the back.
Yeah, and that knowing exactly when that projectile is going to hit you, and you just sitting there staggered, like, okay, where did that even come from?
Fix an issue where Black Widow was sometimes not gain intrinsic energy while performing takedowns. Fix some instances of enemies not spawning. This I encountered many times. Improve transition between hover and flight mode when Iron Man is attacked. Thank you. Like, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than getting hit by something that is the equivalent of hitting Iron Man with a stick and just watching him just drop like a meteor. Like, it is the worst thing in the world.
Right.
Improved transition between... Okay, I already read that. Fixed a rare instance of Captain America going out of the world when using shield dive. Thank God I never encountered that.
Wait a minute, like that actually happened?
Yeah. Huh. Flag on the play.
Yeah, back to the Black Widow thing, Back to the Black Widow thing. I actually had that happen once. Because I just got done messing around with Cap. He's sitting at 130 right now. I have moved on to Black Widow. Yeah, like there were moments where I'm doing takedowns and I'm just looking at her intrinsic energy and I'm like, why is it not going up? And I don't know, I didn't even realize it was a bug at the time. I was like, well, hey, I don't know, I guess, but I just ignored it and moved on. I don't know. But at least he fixed it, so when I start using her again, so I can get her to 130, I won't have to have that happen during missions and stuff where I actually need my energy.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, sorry about that. Like, when work texts, you need to answer. So.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah. And then last on the patch notes, gear challenge and rewards. Fixed an issue with some Hulk outfit textures. And then fixed an issue that prevented Thor's challenge card nameplate from properly unlocking. Now, I don't know enough Thor players that had this issue, but I had it. Not that nameplates are a big deal to me, but hey.
Yeah.
When your focus is fix the game, then God damn it, you fix the game. So
you know what? I mean, I've had my fun with Thor, the mighty one, as a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say names because I swear to God, if he finds this, he's gonna let me have it. Like every day I'm doing my thing, he'll always come in and remind me, Thor is the strongest Avenger there is. I'm like, you know what? Shut the hell up, man.
I mean, I hate to say it, but if I had to pick one, like, who's the best overall character in the game, Thor is a strong contender. Because he does a lot of things that it takes 2 or 3 other Avengers to do, and he can kind of do all of it. He can fly, he can attack in the air, he can strafe attack. He's the only guy in the game that has a projectile that literally locks down enemies. And his stun build is absolutely insane with hammer spin.
Is I'm not gonna lie, and again, I don't want them to find out that I'm saying this, but Thor is like my favorite. I would say next to Hulk, he's my favorite Avenger, man. Like you said, he does everything, for the most part. And on top of that, I mean, I find his gameplay a little bit fun. I'm not gonna say more fun than Hulk, because no way. I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction. I refuse to.
Okay.
There's no way. But yeah, I'll say right now, Thor's gameplay is really fun, and if no one's used him yet, I honestly think you should maybe rethink that and actually give the guy a go, because he's really fun. Like, he's really, really fun.
Yeah. All right, so on to the main event of the podcast. So about 3-4 days ago, Scott Amos, creative director over at Crystal Dynamics for this game, hosted a Q&A. I sat and watched it, and the audio quality was about as good as the current state of the game. But thankfully, due to the people over at Reddit, I did find it in a text format. I am not going to go over every single one of these, because there is quite a bit here. But there are some good ones here that we are going to discuss. For example, when are we going to replay? Scott Amos answers with, "We are right there with you. We love the campaign. We can't give you a date, but can say that we are working on a version test right now. Our QA team is testing right now what it would be like to replay the main campaign with fully upgraded characters." Now, in my opinion, this is something that should have come out of the gate almost immediately. A New Game Plus, I never thought I'd see the day where I would be seeing games that are fully released that don't get a New Game Plus until later, but that seems to be the trend for the past 2 years. God of War released the game and then did New Game Plus later. Spider-Man did it. Now Ghost of Tsushima has done it. And now Avengers is doing it. That kind of makes me let it go a little bit. But it still seems incredibly weird that, you already have your campaign here. What's the holdup?
Right. I mean, I agree. They should have had this coming out the gate, the minute this game dropped. But I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you could say with everything going on with the game, the state of the game, the way it was before, I guess maybe that might have been a contributing factor to it not releasing like it's supposed to. But I mean, you know what? Better late than never, I would say. But yeah, I agree. It probably should have been one of the things that came out on day one. Yeah, for sure.
One of the other questions was any chances of seasonal events, villains, items, etc. He responds with any chance for sure, but our primary focus is fixing the user experience. I agree with this 100%. Like I said in my big Avengers video, if your choice is putting out new content or fixing your game, then you fix your game. That's just end of story. That's not debate right there. But as far as seasonal events, I think that would be something that would be relatively easy for them to do. The question is who would you use for seasonal events?
Well, since Halloween's about to come and go, I would highly suggest them take this to heart if they ever see this. Next year, Halloween event, I'm just gonna throw it out there now. I don't know, get some undead going. Bring in our boy Blade. I don't know. I'm just throwing some names out there. For Halloween, we get to hunt some vampires. Have Blade kind of come out of nowhere with this usual entrance and just be like, what, I'm here. Let's do this.
Now the question is if they made it Blade NPC, how would you react to that? He's there, but you're not able to play him.
See, now that's the underlying question right there. I would actually be upset if Blade was never a playable character. So yeah, I would actually say you can't do that. As bringing him in as an NPC would be a crime, because next to Black Panther, I would love to see Blade as a playable character. Okay, so yeah, if they brought him in and he's not a playable character, I would actually be upset. In fact, I would probably throw a 3-twit, whatever on Twitter, describing exactly my levels of
twit
anger.
longer.
Yes, I would so get descriptive of how much this upsets me and how I want them to rethink their. Yes, I would be so angry. Like, mother, you better make him a playable character now. Don't give me this NPC bull. Like, I don't want this.
Now here's my ultimate curveball question. They bring in Blade for a seasonal event, but he's only playable for the event.
I would be sad. I mean, it's like I would be happy he's a playable character, but I might die a little inside because he's no longer there after Halloween. Like, dang, I'm so much fun with him. Like, man, I might actually tear up a little bit. Like, oh man, come on, dang.
All right, so let's move on because that was question 3 out of 17. Jesus. Like I said, we're not going over all of these.
Right.
Will future story content have cutscenes and exciting set pieces? You will see with Kate that new characters will have new cutscenes, new set pieces, as well as new skills and gear. Thoughts?
I've seen in the past when games would sit there bringing new characters and they would give us some, I guess you could say stillboard story scenes, and that would upset me. So the fact that we're getting new characters and we're going to see new cinematic stuff in the game actually makes me happy. I don't have time for storyboard stuff. I want to see actual animations on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I want storyboard stuff I can go watch. Well, not go watch, but I can go read comics, manga. I don't know, something that is not an animated object. Okay, God, I don't want none of that in this game. So yeah, thankfully they're doing that.
All right. Will our existing 6 Avengers get skill tree upgrades? Is there a place for suggestions? Scott replies with yes to both. A lot more talking about we listen. That sentence does not flow well. Keep the suggestions coming. Also, check out the pro tips we post in our newsletters. Scott, that's not an answer. That is not a... he should have just put it at yes and left it at that.
Yeah, that was really vague.
Yeah, that answer was all over the place. Is cross-platform going to be a thing? Scott Amos replies with cross-gen will be a thing. PS4 to PS5, yes. Xbox to Xbox Series X, yes. Game companies suck. We wish we could do more for that. So ultimately, it's not their call. So maybe that's a little bit more of an answer than I was expecting to get. Honestly, that kind of makes me feel better. If it's ultimately coming down to are the companies willing to cooperate with it? Honestly, just do something that's cross-play with PC because the PC platform needs help right now, in my opinion.
It does.
Yeah. Other gameplay mechanics going to be addressed. Editor's note. What's a shitty question? What's he going to do? Say no? What?
Okay.
God bless Reddit. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. That is so nice, dude. Oh,
damn.
Man. Well,
that's a fancy way of saying I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
And of course, Scott Amos says character mechanics? Yes. Mystery mechanics? Yes. Those are hard though. This just in, game development is hard.
Oh man. Yep.
All right, so here's a big one that a lot of us have been concerned about since we know that the upgrade to PS5 has been pushed back to next year. Mm-hmm. Backwards compatible version. He replies, yes, PS4 on the PS5 will work along with saves. Same with the Xbox and the Xbox Series X. So we do not have to start over. Thank God. Yep, new content takes too long. Any news? His reply. New bosses and several exclamation points. Kate will be out before the year's end. You told us November. You told us
I
October
got,
at first.
yeah. I got words. I don't think they're
Now's
gonna
the
make
time.
sense because I'm not gonna. I don't think they're gonna mesh well. But why? It's like if you know for a fact you're not gonna be able to deliver, then you need to just be like, it's unclear at the moment, but we'll let you know when we can. Like, ugh.
All right, so please. Oh, yes. Here we go. This ought to help. Roadmap, please. Not even a question. Just that's just a statement, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Amos' reply. I'm kinda high, but I'm pretty sure he's talking a lot about we don't want to give you a roadmap because we don't want to commit to anything since we can't currently get shit right.
I mean, I respect the honesty.
I mean, yeah, points for honesty, but number two, why start your sentence with "I'm high"?
Yeah, can we talk about that? Because what?
What?
You're supposed to be a professional in this thing, and you're starting off sentences like, "Oh, I'm high." Like, huh?
See, like, to me, that just, like, I understand, like, maybe you have anxiety problems, you don't like being in front of a camera, that's why you're in game development, you want to be behind the scenes. I get it.
I respect it. I
But
do.
you show up high, don't let the audience know you're high!
At least let us figure it out ourselves that you're high, man. Like, what the? Oh my god, man.
But ultimately, what I'm pulling away from this is he's saying that they don't want to give out a roadmap because they currently can't commit to anything, and they don't want to tell us a date and then pull a Cyberpunk and have to delay it again. Which, I mean, not to throw any shade at Cyberpunk, but like that's currently kind of what's happening with this game. It's like it's coming now. Just kidding.
I got so much to say about the whole Cyberpunk thing. Nothing against them, but the damn community, the people who are so adamant about I want it now. I don't care if it's broken. Like, this is basically what we were talking about before, like the first episode. Like, I would rather the game be in a playable state with little to no bugs, if possible, than us get a bug-ridden game and we go on Twitter or Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and get to talking about, oh, this game is bugged, it's trash, oh my god, why did they release it in the state?
Like we're currently doing with Avengers.
Yeah, like, I mean, look, at least CD is doing everything they can to get the game playable. I mean, and I respect Cyberpunk for them pushing the game back, so at least that way the game comes out and it's not shit. Okay, excuse my French, but it had to be said. But, it just, I don't know, man. It's like I'm one of those people where, like, look, if the game's not playable, I don't want to deal with it. I've already had one instance in the past, 2 years ago, Dynasty Warriors 9. I don't even want to get into it because it literally made me upset. But, yeah, please, for the love of God, people understand that these devs are working around the clock in this COVID, era that we're in right now. And they're doing what they can to get these games to us in a playable state. So for all the people that are throwing out death threats and stuff, I need that to stop. I mean, come on, man. Like you got people don't understand this until they walk a mile in other shoes, just how hard things are. And it amazes me how people are like our age, maybe a little younger, and they're just throwing 12-year-old temper tantrums.
Yeah. By the way, this is being recorded live. My own Papa Prime replying to that question answer with, whoa. He was like, whoa. And then I was like, whoa.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man.
But all right, let's keep it moving. Right. What goes into how characters should feel when playing as them? How did you decide this is the Iron Man or this is the Cap? Scott replies with, starts with our combat team. That, honestly, in my opinion, the combat's one of the only things they're doing right now. They asked what makes character X, well, X. What makes Widow so widowy? Okay, what if it was just, like, I can just hear him saying this high now. Like, what if it was just a Black Widow game? And, like, what do you expect to do? Pass along the character idea to scenario devs to help us come up with ideas of how to use those mechanics in stage. Well, if you're working on that, can you make Black Widow's traversal, just a little bit faster? Like, her swinging, like, I've seen old people fuck faster than that.
I love that.
I have time to go make a sandwich by the time she's done swinging off a pole. Alright. Yes. Stability is harsh on PC. Please help. Scott replies with, we're mad too. We got a team of folks that are opening the floodgates for contact saying, please report everything. We want to know everything. Go look at my PC stability video, Crystal Dynamics. Just go.
Please. Please.
I found your fix. Now just go implement it. We want to know everything. Some things we're struggling with, so we're trying to work with first-party groups to help us. Editor's note. I don't play PC, but I appreciate the mea culpa. I mean, I appreciate it too. But the thing is, like, PC players, we found the fix! Like, just go watch our videos. We already found out how to fix it. Like, just put that in there. Just do it. Tony Stark built this in a cave with nothing but scraps.
Right?
I went on a tear there. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize, man. Let it out.
And final question in the interview is, will we see variation in level designs going forward? How about new ways to use existing? I believe we just talked about this with the whole Tachyon mission thing. Just saying.
Man, we're giving them fixes, man.
Yeah, just giving them ideas left and right. Crystal Dynamics, hit me up. Well, hit us up.
Yeah, please.
We're attacking.
I got ideas. Mm-hmm.
New areas, new boss area in Kate's operation. Let's do Kate's well, and we'll see how big our steps can be moving forward. New biomes coming with expansions too. Editor puts down, I'm so sorry for the terrible formatting. I'm never really sure how to present this kind of information for people to easily read. I mean, I'd say they did pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's better. I mean, it's a lot better than most folks could really do. I mean, I didn't expect it to be perfect. I mean, but hey, at least we got some answers and a lot of entertaining answers at that too. Oh my God.
I mean, finding out the guy was high the entire interview always helped.
I mean, hey, calm the nerves a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, just God, I'm high right now. Would you like to reschedule, fucker? I mean,
I can just see it now. The next war table, someone's probably gonna be like, "I'm high" in the chat. I can just see it, man. I'm telling you.
I'm calling it right now. Like the next war table, like because they never do it like in person. It's always a voiceover type of thing. If it's Scott Amos doing the voiceover for the next war table in November, I am gonna laugh hysterically if the war table just starts with welcome to the Avengers war table.
Oh God. And then you'll see the entire chat like, what's going on? And then you'll see some folks in quotation marks.
Just go to Reddit. Just go to Reddit.
The only way it's going to make sense if you go to Reddit, people.
Now, that was the entire interview. I did hit pretty much the points that were most important about it. You can find the interview in full on YouTube. I highly suggest you wear headphones if you're going to go watch it because the sound quality is terrible. So you may be sitting there with the volume knob the entire time, just up, down, just up, nope, down a little bit, up. I give up. You're going to be doing that a lot the entire interview because that's what I had to do. But we are not out of the woods yet with Avengers. This is a work in progress. Like I have said many times, This is games as a service. This is one of the rockiest mountains to climb in all of gaming. This is why a lot of people don't do it. And those that do attempt it most often fail. And I cannot stress this enough. The entire first year of Destiny 1, everyone hated everything. Everyone hated every shred of it. Until The Taken King came out a year later. This game has not even been out 3 months. We need to give this game time. And I fully believe that, like, you give them the time that they need to go back and redo this dish, give it the proper amount of time in the oven that it needs, I think everything will be okay.
Agreed.
Yeah. Now, there is a war table coming up in the month of November. I'm pretty sure at this point we will be talking about the AIM Cloning Lab, which is going to be like the first mini raid of the game. I'm powered up and ready to go for it. I know your Hulk is ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
So Hulk and Iron Man are definitely ready to go. What do you think they should be talking about in this war table? What should we see in order to keep people interested in Avengers?
Well, I mean, like I said, like they just need to be honest about stuff going forward. We cannot afford to have any miscommunication within their team, PR team, and the dev office, obviously, which is from home. I mean, like if anybody from the PR team starts tweeting stuff, then they need to be on the same page because we don't need another Cyberpunk incident, where the PR team was on Twitter and saying no more delays and it's all that stuff right there, and then turn around and the actual dev team had to put out that message and people were looking at them like, okay, what's going on? So I mean, first and foremost, I just want them to remain in constant communication and make sure they're on the same page about things going forward. Let us know what's up with the game progress wise. I mean, I honestly, dude, like when the content starts flowing, and believe me, it's going to start flowing because like you said with Destiny 1, it was rocky, and then a year later we got Taken the King. I was so glad to be a part of that. It was so good. It was so good. Okay, so I'd say give it a year. Let them get these wrinkles out real quick. Once the game's in a playable state, I can honestly see them pushing out content like they're supposed to. I know people are just like they want it now and everything else. Like, look, all these games that are coming out right now this year. You can always maybe take some time away from Avengers if you really feel as strong as you do to go play something else. And then when they start pushing out content, then we can just come back like I've been doing because I have not been trying to burn myself out on Avengers. I still want to remain ever so faithful in the fact that this game is going to do as well as it possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing wrong with playing other things. That's what I've been doing. I've been making time for Avengers, but I've been also playing other things so I don't get caught up in the fact that, man, I've done everything I've done in this game and there's no new content.
It happens. It fucking happens. To touch on what Zero just said, like I'm 100% in agreement. To get a little more specific on what I think they should show in the war table, if you don't want to give us a roadmap, because you feel like that's committing to a date, that's fine. But give us a map of what's coming. It doesn't have to have dates on it, but let us know you're working on it. That is the big thing that I think is important. You have already advertised Kate Bishop. You have already advertised Hawkeye. You've already hinted that Black Panther is coming, and the PlayStation Magazine over in the UK already leaked that Spider-Man is coming in January. This is 4 characters. 4 that we already know is coming to the game. Show them off.
We got to go back to Spider-Man real quick.
Go for it.
Because I was not expecting Spider-Man in January.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little happy. 3 months, bro.
Shout outs to the folks at Twitter. Big shout outs to Lejeune over on YouTube, youtube.com/Lejeune, because he's the one that found the information for me.
I'd be watching you, June. Hey, keep it up.
Lejeune's one of those dudes. He has definitely been one of the big Avenger soldiers for this game. Like, there's been you, me, and then him, Super Rebel, and Big Tony Gaming, who are putting out daily Avengers content. So, like, we're here. We are supporting the game. It's time to return the investment, Crystal Dynamics, like 100%. You need to show us Kate Bishop. You need to show us her in action. You need to show Hawkeye in action. If you don't want to show off Black Panther, fine. But show us an in-game shot of him and show us Wakanda and give us a teaser of the raid. Because we know that a raid is coming with Wakanda. And then you can end the war table with a web line going across the screen teasing Spider-Man. Just give us something to keep hope. But like what Zero said, it's okay if you go play other things in the meantime. I have said repeatedly, games as a service are meant to be kind of played in rotation. When there's no content for this game, you go play this game. Then there's content for this game, so you rotate back to that game and play the content. Now this game has new content, so you go play that. Now both of these don't have content. Hey, there's this third game right here, Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer, that has content and new content coming at the end of the week. So you go play this until the other two have content. So yes, Avengers is a little dry right now. It's okay, because you know what? Beyond Light's just in a couple days. Just to let you know. So.
Okay, he's ready.
Oh,
he was so glad. He was so proud. This man took a picture of his collector's edition. I'm like, oh, this man's ready.
This man is ready. I bought the shit too. Like, I got an email from Bungie and everything. Like, hey, this will be here Tuesday. Oh, right, I bought that. Huh.
You know what? It sounds like I'm literally going. I'm pre-ordering a physical copy of Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. I have the demo locked and loaded. I have not even pulled the trigger yet, but I will be playing it today. All I gotta say is, man, look, just give it time, folks. We gonna come back to this Avengers thing when they are ready to pull the trigger on the content, and when they do, you already know. Because I was playing Avengers loyally. I had videos rolling like every goddamn day or every 2 days, really. I know it slowed up a little bit because, I mean, I've been working. I haven't really had much time for anything else. I mean, between me working, driving back and forth to Seattle because girlfriend's got clinicals she's got to do down there. I haven't really had a lot of time.
You were putting out so much Avengers content at one point that, like, I would go to do something and then I would check Twitter and fuck, he already made a video about it. Like, shit.
Like, man, so it's just like, I've slowed up a bit, but trust me, I will be keeping an eye on the war table coming. I will be uploading my actual reaction because I know the last one I tried to do, I wasn't even on time for it. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to wait till the next one. Like, for sure, the next war table I'm doing, it's getting uploaded. So, rest assured, man, I'm not done. As a matter of fact, I've redone my YouTube channel a little bit. I'm still making playlists for stuff that I'm currently interested in and playing right now.
Yep.
Most of Tsushima is getting playlists pretty soon. I've been playing Genshin Impact. I know a lot of us, I know a few of us probably don't even like gacha games like that. But me personally, it's like I don't have to sit there and do what everybody else has been doing, spending thousands of dollars. I'm fine with spending a couple hundred here and there every other goddamn month. And doing like that because that's my monthly allowance on gacha games. I don't do that much. I'm not that much of a gambler. I never have been. So it's like if I don't give it out, I can't say shit
because the amount of money I've spent in Avengers, pretty sure I'd get something thrown at my head if I actually talked about how much money I've spent on Avengers on costumes and shit. So.
I'm pretty sure Papa Jkun Prime would get in your butt, man, if he found out.
Nah, as long as I'm not asking him for money, like I can do what I want. So
fair enough.
But all right.
Oh yeah, Marshall, good point. I got to get on that too.
You have at it. But that's going to wrap up this episode of Damage Control. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We appreciate the support greatly. As always, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. It actually helps out the videos quite a bit. We both stream very regularly. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/Jkun Prime. Zero over at Omega Winged Zero. Don't forget the winged part. ED. WINGED. ED. Not Omega Wing Zero, Omega Winged Zero. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next month for another Damage Control and Avengers podcast. Take care.